Hello, I'm Desmayana, and I'm gonna tell you guys everything I saw at my IEP meeting, everything I witnessed. So, a summary of my meeting. It was an annual review, an annual 2-year review. The attendees in the meeting were the classroom teacher, the gen ed teacher, the special education teacher, the speech pathologist, the assistant principal, and then kindergarten parapro, which was me. And I just put that I attended the meeting to meet criteria for a college class. No parent attended this meeting, although the mom did send back the paper stating that she would be present. She did not show. And then I think they have to make like 3 points of contact before they can just go ahead with the meeting. And so the paper was one. The SPED teacher called her, no answer, that was 2. And then the gen ed teacher, no, the SPED teacher then texted her and she didn't respond. So the meeting continued as scheduled. The meeting began with introductions and an overview of the purpose, which was to review the students' current academic progress, address recent behavioral concerns, and discuss possible support strategies moving forward. No disagreements took place. Everyone had equal time to speak during the meeting. Time was spent reviewing the goals that had or had not been met by the student. The special education teacher discussed his progress monitoring on his current goals. The student had met his goal of simple addition and subtraction. He had also met his reading goal pertaining to comprehension and blends. His social emotional goals were discussed, but his teacher reported that he is still working towards meeting those goals. There were no questions from the team concerning his progress monitoring. His SPED teacher discussed his new goals in the area of math and reading. Then the speech language pathologist reported that the student had met both goals in communication. She stated that she would begin 2 new goals with him. The team all agreed to his updated goals. Special factors and student supports were discussed and agreed upon. Due to the student being a 2nd grade student and will take the Georgia milestones next year, state testing accommodations were added to his IEP. An extended school year was discussed, but he did not qualify for that, not at this time. So all his services were discussed and agreed upon. There were no further questions, and then the meeting ended. After the meeting, I will say that I felt a bit overwhelmed. Even at the end of the meeting, I spoke to the assistant principal and admitted that I felt like his SPED teacher probably had the hardest job in the school building, because not only does she have to have like goals and follow all his IEP and all those type of things, but she also has like a classroom full. I mean, she has 2 pairs in the class with her, but she has like 8 other students that she's having to do the same exact thing for. The meeting, I feel like it ran perfect timing. In my opinion, all bases were covered. I think we had about 45 minutes because I went during my planning, and our planning's about 45 minutes, give or take. So I feel like that was a good time and nothing was rushed. They touched all bases. Everything was covered. Everyone had the opportunity to give input. They were all respectful of each other. There weren't really any disagreements. Everyone pretty much agreed on every aspect of the meeting. All the goals that were set, everyone agreed. The student was not involved. The parent, like I discussed earlier, she was not involved But I'm thinking, like, from the conversations of the SPED teacher, she had already kind of briefed her on what they were going to be discussing. And the mom works, like, overnight. So we were thinking that that's probably part of the reason why she didn't answer the phone, because maybe she was asleep. So that's one reason that the meeting continued as scheduled. My final takeaways from the meeting was that the student had successfully met his current IEP goals in math and reading. He had met both of his speech and language goals, showing strong progression in communication. 2 new goals were added by the speech pathologist to continue advancing his skill in those areas. While academic and speech goals have been met, social and emotional development remains an area of need. Continued support and monitoring will be important in helping the student gain those needs. The state testing preparations were put in place. In my opinion, all the students' needs were appropriately addressed during the IEP meeting. His academic and speech progress indicates that he is benefiting from the services and supports currently in place. The team responded thoughtfully by updating his goals to match his growth, while also acknowledging areas where he still needs support. Additionally, the inclusion of state testing accommodations show proactive planning for his future academic success. While his parents' absence was unfortunate, the team made effort to involve her and proceeded with decisions that were clearly in the student's best interest. Overall, I believe the meeting was thorough and student-centered, and that all the students' needs were met by reviewing his past progress and planning for his continued growth. So, like I said, all the teachers agreed that they felt the meeting was effective and that they were all proud of the growth he had shown thus far. Bye.